Okay, everybody ready? Come on up into standing, and we're just going to start with some marching on the spot high knees. So just lift up just to warm up a little bit, and then we'll come down. So just lengthening up nice and tall. Think about string pulling you up from the crown of your head. Give your shoulders a little roll. Open the chest up. That's it. And then take it into a hip opener, so lift and open. Bringing your leg up, knee up as high as you can, just open the hip. If you've got grindy, crunchy hips, just go within the range that you can. Just see if you can slow it down a little bit, just for your balance as well. So just trying to work on stabilising on one leg. Good. Just a couple more. Okay, then just take it out into a wide squat, toes out, knees out, take it down, come back up. So just coming down just as far as you can comfortably, again, just keeping long through the body. So lift up out of your hips, out of your pelvis, lengthen the spine up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out. Start to get your breath going, bring the breath down into your lower ribs. So relaxing through the top body. Try not to be breathing up into your shoulders. Just two more. And then hold it down and just a little reach over. And then reach over to the other side. So just take a little stretch up through the side body. Stretch out the ribs just softly till you warm up a little bit more. Breathing in. Good. And come across the body, reach over, staying in just a half squat, knees and toes out, reach across the body, get a bit of thoracic rotation. That's it. Good. Just two more. That's it, good. And coming back in, just come back in, bring your feet hip width apart and just come up onto your toes and slowly down. So just working into the ankles a little. So up and really try and slow down the down phase. So you're just working on, again, a bit of balance, a bit of ankle stability. Come up, slowly down. Three more. Okay, then come up, hold it up and just drop one heel. So a little running, walking on the spot. That's it. From a high toe position, drop the heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just give it a little shake. Before we come down, we just want to do a little bit of balance. So what we're going to do is come onto a single leg, take the other foot behind you, and I just want you to try and hinge forward and lower your arms to the floor, and then slowly come back up. So stay on that one leg and just see if you can do that 5 times. So go down slowly, come back up slowly, just touch down again, regroup, and then keep going. So you're just hinging at the hip, lowering that leg. Sit. So 5 on one side. When you've done 5, go on to the other leg. Keep breathing. Just go as far as you can. You don't have to go really deep into it. Just a little hinge and then swapping sides. So when you just come onto the other leg, just find that position with your foot, anchor down into the leg. Just find a focal point with your eyes and then slowly lower and come back up. Just take your time so you can really work on your balance. That's it. And we're doing 5 on this side, just nice and steady. That's it, good. Last one. That's it, good. All right, and then just give your ankles a little shake and come on down onto the floor. Okay, and we're just going to start in sitting. So sit up on bones. So try to sit up nice and tall. And we're just going to lean back on the arms softly. And we're just going to take the feet wide and do a little hip oiler. So just roll one hip in, one knee in, the other hip rolls out, other knee rolls out. So from side to side. And again, just as far as you can comfortably, shouldn't be uncomfortable. Try to lengthen up out of your body so you're not putting 100% of your weight back through your wrists. So lengthen up tall, rolling in and out. That's good. Just 2 more. Okay, and then bring your feet back to hip width apart, knees hip width apart, just softly leaning back onto the hands. Lift one leg, punch it out, bring it in. So just in and out. But again, just thinking tall through the body. So try to open up the chest, lift long through the crown, so we're not slouching down and you're not really heavy on your wrists. And breathing. Keep the breath going. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and swap sides. Extend, just flex and extend that hip and knee. Lifting up nice and tall through the body. Open your collarbones. Nice deep breathing. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet back onto the floor. Turn your fingers towards you if you can, and we're just doing a reverse push-up. So you're going to lower down, push back up, lift the sternum, lower, push. So it is an arm exercise, but you've sort of incorporated a bit of tummy work, so you're not 100%. If you can't have your fingers facing forward, you can have them wherever, whatever you can manage. Lengthen up out of those sit bones for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, good. All right, just sit up, give your shoulders a roll, and now grab your long band, wrap it around the balls of your feet, and we're just going to work into our half roll-backs. So you're using the band to help support your hips. So sit up nice and tall. If you need something under the sit bones to help get you in a better position, you can roll up your towel or your mat. Otherwise, starting up nice and tall, take a breath in. On the breath out, chin to chest, and roll the spine into a C shape as you come halfway back. Stay in that C shape, come up, and then lengthen up tall. So the chin comes to the chest, you make a C shape with the spine, you roll back halfway, and then you come forward and you lengthen. Now just again, go as far as you can. If you're roll back, you can only go that far, that's okay. Just go as far as you can, control it. So just keep working your own pace. So you're thinking about rolling the pelvis backwards as you make a C shape with your spine. This is an abdominal exercise, so you're using the tummy muscles. So try to get that C shape happening so it's not all hip flexor. So Maria, come back up. Just try to really round out your spine. You're really working your hip flexors there. So you really want to think about rolling the pelvis, roll out the spine, take it back, come back up, lengthen. That's it, good. Just 2 more. Keep breathing. On the next one, you're going to take it down, hold it there, rotate over one shoulder with a squeeze on the band, rotate into the other shoulder, and then sit back up, lengthen tall. So chin to chest, round it out, come back halfway, squeeze and open the eyes, follow the elbow, and then round, lengthen up tall, and keep going. How are we going, Peter, wise? You guys getting too hot? No, you're all right, tell me if you do. Keep breathing. Two to go. Good. Okay, we're going to come back again into a half lean back position. You've got your band, hopefully it's long enough. And I want you to try and do a little bicep curl here. So hold your arms out straight and then curl, release. So you're just curling into the bicep. That's it. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then sit up tall. Now sit up nice and tall out of those sit bones. Take your hands, your arms along, knuckles to the floor, and you're going to just squeeze back. Arms are straight. It's like I'm dragging my knuckles back on the floor and pinch into those shoulder blades. So really open the chest, thinking about drawing the shoulder blades together, like you're trying to squeeze something between your shoulder blades. Arms are straight. So arms are straight, straight. Drag those knuckles down along the floor. And pause back there. Get back, hold it for a second. Just hold it and then release. So a little bit of time under tension with the band. Take it back, a little pause, release. Keep breathing. Up nice and tall. Shoulders down away from the ears, lengthen up from the crown of your head. That's it, for 4 more. Good, let's just take it into a low row from there. So bend the elbows now and again pinch into those shoulder blades. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Lengthen up through the crown so your neck is long. And you're sitting up nice and tall on those sit bones. That's it. Looking good. Excellent. That's it. For 5 more. Okay, last one. Just keep your band nearby. We're just before we roll down, going to come into a little balance pose in sitting. So sitting up again on those sit bones nice and tall, hold behind the knees, lengthen up through the crown. You can have your heels or toes on the floor or try and lift up off the floor. So lengthen up nice and long and steady. Hold it there. Keep breathing. See if you can let go of one hand, maybe 2 hands. Hold it there. Breathing. Nice and long through the body. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, we're going to roll down. So you can do this with your band around your feet or you can hold behind your knees. So just what we were doing before with our half roll downs, you're coming into a full roll down all the way to the floor. So wrap your band around or have your hands behind your knees and make your way down onto the floor. So round out the spine and slowly, slowly, slowly taking it back all the way down. Coming down onto the floor, have your band nearby, feet hip width apart and on the floor, and just coming into some pelvic tilts. So just north-south tilting. Lengthen your neck out on the floor so your neck is long, your shoulders are down. So reach the fingertips down towards your toes and open up the collarbones. And breathing. So just take a few slow, deep tummy breaths here. Let's come into neutral pelvis. So find that mid position from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Find the middle, hold it there. Nice, slow, deep tummy breath in. On the breath out, soft squeeze on the pelvic floor and deep tummy. Navel to spine, just 20%. So breath in, let the tummy rise, breath out, a little draw in of the navel, little draw up of pelvic floor, like you're trying to stop passing wind. 2 more, breathing in, breathing out, a little soft squeeze. Last one. Okay, then grab your armband, take your arms to the ceiling and just coming into a chest opener. So keeping the pelvis in neutral, neck is long, feet flat on the floor, shoulders away from the ears. Open the chest, close. Sink your ribs into the mat. Your back ribs, try not to let the ribs pop as you take on another layer of load, but just focus on that long spine out on the floor. Tucking the chin. Take it into a double pulse out, slowly return. Pulse out, slow return. Control the return. The band will want to pull you in. So slowly out, pulse, slowly return. That's it, good. 2 more. And now single arm. Now if you can stay here, if you want to work a little bit harder, come up into tabletop, keep going with the single arm. We're just decreasing our base of support, making it a little bit harder, controlling that rotation. Single arm lower, again keeping the shoulder blades down, collarbones nice and wide. Four more. Okay, just lower the legs down. We're going to come into opposite arm and leg, so I'll just give you some options. So we're going to be using the armband to reach overhead, so the other arm has to stabilize here. And then we can add in the opposite leg, okay? And you can have your feet on the floor, or you can be in tabletop. Opposite arm and leg extension. So just pick your level. So feet flat, still working the arms under resistance, but the leg's just going to extend. Take the foot off the floor. And breathing. So really focus on that breath in or out. Doesn't matter, whatever feels right, but just keep that breath. Try not to hold the breath. Try not to take the tension up into the neck and shoulders. And in this position, if you're in tabletop, your back is now flat on the floor. And as you extend that leg, try not to let your back arch off the floor. So keep that front body connection. Breathing in. And of course, you can get rid of the armband. If you want to just work the legs, and it's all too much with the armband, you've got options, okay? You can get rid of the armband, you're still going to be working hard here. Just 2 more. Last one. Just bring the feet down, take the arms out, just come into a rotation Stretch, turn the head in the opposite direction. Just hold it there for just a brief second and then keep going, swap sides. So just doing a few of those on each side to side. Turn the head in the opposite direction. Just take that moment to hold, then stretch out through the spine. So one more on each side. Okay, now we're going to take the band and wrap it around the ball of one foot. Okay, and let's just take a little stretch here first of all. So just point and flex the toes, keep the leg out nice and long. Draw your toes up, leg up towards you, point and flex. Just take a stretch up through the back of the leg. All right, and anchor your arms down by your side. Lengthen your neck out on the floor. You're going to point your toes, lower the leg, flex the foot and rise. Point, lower, flex, rise. And again, just focus on keeping the pelvis steady. So the pelvis will move, that's okay, but we're trying to not let it move too much. So your focus is control through the pelvis, the lower back. And no tension, I mean, you've got tension up through your neck because you're holding the band, but try not to be tensing too much into the front neck muscles. Take the load into the arms. See if you can get a little bit more range, bringing your foot up towards you as you come up. A bit more stretch into the hamstring. Just 3 more. Last one. And then come into your leg circle, out, down and around. So turn the toes out, take the leg out to the side, down and around, up through the middle. Out to the side, down and around. If you've got dodgy hips, you just work in a small circle. So just work in the range that you have. Again, try to have a feel or focus on your pelvis. As you take the leg out, try not to let the pelvis completely lift up. It will open, that's okay. But try to focus on some control through here. Keep breathing. And just keep those shoulders away from the ears. Try not to let them hitch up. Two to go. Okay, now swap legs. So reach the other foot up into the band and just start with a point and flex. Take that stretch up through the back of the leg. Okay, and then point the toes, lower the leg, flex the foot, rise. Point, lower, flex and rise. That's it. Point, lower, flex and rise. That's it, good. Just for 3 more. Last one. And taking it into your leg circle now. Out, down and around. Turn the toes out, take it out, slowly down and around up through the middle. Your other knee stays pointing to the ceiling. So try not to let your other knee drop out to the side so it stays pointing to the ceiling. So that's your stabilizing knee. Okay, we're controlling that side of the pelvis as well. Keep the breath going, so breathing in or out doesn't matter. Just find a breath that works for you with the movement. For 3 more. Okay, hold the leg up there. Take the other foot and put both feet into the band. Now we're going to do some leg press here. So what you're going to do is bend your knees. Now, the lower you press, the harder it is. So if you have any back pain, you're going to press virtually up to the ceiling, okay? Double leg press. Otherwise, try and find a slightly lower angle, maybe 45 degrees, in and out. So the band's supporting you, but if you have unstable lower back, any pain, the higher you point your feet to the ceiling, the less strain on your back. So don't push into any back strain. So as you push the legs forward, again, we're looking for control through the pelvis. So if you're coming down really low and your back's really arching off the floor, which is pretty hard, don't go that low, okay? Find that level. You can maintain that front body connection. Keep breathing. Breath in, breath out. Control, nice, smooth control. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, drop the band and just hug your knees into your chest and just give your back a little massage on the floor, rolling it around one way and then rolling back the other way. And then take a knee in each hand and open up those hip joints. Roll them out. Nice big wide circles. Okay, now if you have a ball or a towel, grab that and pop it in between your knees. All right, so coming down, feet flat on the floor, hip width apart, little bit of pressure on that ball. Arms down by your side, lengthening the spine out on the floor. Take a breath in, on the breath out, roll into 12 o'clock, heeling up off the floor. So push into the heels, soft through the neck and the upper body. Take a breath in at the top, articulate the spine down. Now, if you haven't got a ball and you don't want to use a towel, you don't need to here. You keep bridging as you would normally, so keep going at your own time. Just, you can don't need those props, you can just keep working the bridge without the ball or the towel. Just adding another dimension of muscle activation. If you have got a ball or towel, you're just applying a little squeeze on that ball. Focus on that one vertebrae at a time. So as you roll up, we peel the spine up off the floor, we get to the top, we're pushing through the heels, breath in, and then one vertebrae at a time, slowly lower. Take it as slow as you need to get that control. Now, if you've got your armband handy, take the band into the hand Hands, reach the hands up towards the ceiling and just softly widen the band. So you've just got now your arms activated and keep going with the bridge. So we're just bringing in the arms. We're not doing anything other than keeping the band of tension. So my hands are just slightly wider than my shoulders. Keep breathing. As you're coming up and down, see if you can lift your toes. So your weight is really in the heel of your foot, a little bit in the ball, but I've got my toes lifted off the floor. And in fact, I could lift the balls of my feet off the floor and just wait there through the heels. So just play around with that a little bit to see if you can do that. Might be too much. Have a little go. Do 2 more on the heels. Keeping that soft tension on the band, soft tension on the ball. Coming back down, let's go onto the toes now, onto the balls of the feet, and see if you can keep going up and down into the bridge. So high heel, heels are lifted. And just bring your awareness to what that feels like. Is it harder? Is it easier on the heels? What do you feel? Do the hamstrings work a little bit more perhaps? Just 2 more. On the next one, you're going to hold the top of the bridge. Drop the heels, squeeze the thighs together. So if you're on a ball or towel, you're squeezing the towel. Keep the arms still and squeezing that ball in halfway. Release it. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. So either ball, towel or nothing. If you haven't got anything between your knees, just squeeze your knees together. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Come down out of bridge anytime if it starts getting too much. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're staying up here in bridge. Squeeze the ball halfway or the towel or your knees and little pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Stay up here if you can. Come on down anytime. 1 more little pulse. Squeeze halfway. Hold it. Little pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Drop the band. Take the ball, towel out. Just bring your feet together. Open the knees. Just take a diamond stretch there into your adductors. And pop the ball or towel out. Now, coming back up into feet flat on the floor. Take your arms behind your head. We're going to come into a bridge and then a head lift. So let's start with the head lift. Keep the elbows wide. Take the chin, lift the head up off the floor, and then curl the upper body. Then unravel the top body 1 vertebrae at a time. Then heel the pelvis off the floor. Lower the pelvis down. Head lifts into a little upper body crunch or curl, and then the pelvis lifts. So we're going from one body, upper body to lower body lift. Try to keep focusing on that articulation. Lift, curl the top body, 1 vertebrae at a time. You're rolling it back out. Head hits the floor, pelvis starts to roll. Just slow it down so you can focus here. Keep breathing. Just in your own time, alternating head lift and then and pelvis. Head lift, pelvis, 2 to go. Yeah, creeping off the mat. Okay, now we're going to come up, head curls up, hold the head curl, lift the legs, toe tap down, lift, toe tap. So both legs together or single leg option. Okay, so if it feels too much with a double leg, take it into a single leg. Up, slowly lower, toe tap. Up, slowly lower. Control the down face. And if you start feeling like this is too much with the head up, drop the head. Concentrate on the slowly lower of the lower leg or the legs. Holding it there, elbows are wide, neck is still long. Do not pull on your neck. This is a tummy exercise. Focus on that rib to hip connection. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Lower down. Take a front body stretch. Reach the arms away, reach the legs away. Big, deep breath into the tummy. Okay, come back up with the legs. Bring your hands back behind your head. Then come into a single leg bridge. So what you're going to do is pop your foot on one foot on the other knee, hold it there, and then curl up into bridge. Let's just do a few up and downs. Now, if this is too much, have your other foot on the floor, but just toes touching. Okay, so, or you could have your foot on the ball as another option. If you can try and have your foot off the floor, just even if you can only do 5. And when you're doing this, I want you to have a look at your pelvis as you come up. Make sure it's even. If you're tilted and rotated, you need to squeeze that weight-bearing butt to get that pelvis square. So if I had a tray sitting across the front pelvis, it's going to stay even. So you might need to just slow it down. It is quite a hard exercise. You can also bring your hands down away from, so they're on the floor, and that will help with your stability. So if you're feeling really wobbly, arms down by your side. Okay, next one, hold the top of the bridge, and we've got 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control down one vertebrae at a time. And swap the legs. Okay, hand behind the head, arms down by your side. Just start with rolling it up and down. The same rules apply. You're breathing. You're trying to work on one vertebrae at a time. So you're really trying to focus on that peeling up and slowly controlling it down. And use the breath to really help, especially in that down phase. And remember, arms can be down by your side. You can have toes on the floor. Two more. And then hold the next one at the top and 10 little pulses at the top of the bridge. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow control down. Keep that foot there. Reach through, grab your thigh, and just take a little glute stretch. and swap legs. Okay, keep your legs up here in tabletop with your knees a bit wide. Take your arms out to the side. You're going to do pendular exercise in a V-shaped knee. Okay, so your knees should be wider than your hips. Your shins are parallel to the ceiling, and they're going to stay there. Take the arms out wide. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to return. So keep the knees in the same distance. Okay, so they're not coming closer together. Shoulders are down away from the ears and the neck is long. No tension through the neck and shoulders. Breathe in to lower, breathe out to return. And you can stay here with the legs in tabletop. If you want to work a little harder, add the double leg extension. We're still in a V-shaped leg. Okay, V as in we've not got our legs together. Knees, feet wider than the hips. Control the pelvis. Last two on each side, one on each side. Last one. Okay, lower the legs down and grab your band, tie up your knees. And come onto your side. And you can have the ball under your neck or your towel or whatever you want to have your neck supported. Okay, so straighten that top leg and you're going to tap it in front of you and then tap it behind. Tap in front, tap behind. Keep your hips stacked. The hips are on one on top of the other in that we're not rolling. Lower leg is a little bit bent for some stability, and the front hand can be anywhere really on your side in front. But try to keep your pelvis still, so it's just the leg moving. So just tap the leg forward, tap, and then lift up, tap behind. Tap in front, tap behind. So you sort of tap in the front of the mat and then tap behind. This shoulder is down away from the ear. It's not up here. Draw it down. Draw the shoulder blade down onto your back body. Open up your collarbones. Okay, bring the feet together. Lift the feet up off the floor. Keep the heels together and lift and lower. Lift and lower. So just into your clam, slowly up, slowly down. Control and smooth both ways. Keep that breath going and again focus on just trying to keep the pelvis relatively still. So it is going to move a little, that's normal, but as we lift up, we're not rolling the pelvis back. So the focus here is the butt. That's the third. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the bottom leg and we're going to come into a bicycle kick now. So we're going to flex that leg up as high as you can. Take it back kick back. So just slow it down. The foot should be at the height of your hip. Okay, so don't let it drop down to the floor and be working down here. Keep it up at the height of your hip. That's it, good. So just nice, steady push back into that backward phase of the bike. Really extend to the back of your mat, then curl it up. That's it, good. Keep breathing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, now come on up onto your side, into your side arm support. So just set yourself up here. So fingers are splayed, right angle triangle here. Okay, so we're lifting up the ribs. Imagine I've got your strap and I'm lifting your body up towards the ceiling. If you've got a ball, you can use your ball in front. Otherwise, you can support here if you need or hand on your side. So we're going to hold this position, take the leg out, and we're doing some leg circles in this position. You can also use your ball if you really struggle with this position under your ribs. Yeah, if you've got sore shoulders, get the ball in, but just be mindful of lifting up out of that armpit. Little circles. Okay, we're not going far. Ball can be here. Just little circles. 5 more. Okay, relax. We're going to come into a side plank, but I just want to give you an option. So far we've been doing these ones, okay, knee side plank. And I would say for most of you, that's probably where you want to stay. If there's anybody out there who's feeling really strong, you can come into a full body side plank, use the ball, and you're lifting your whole side body hip. So it is a tougher exercise than just the knee side plank. So choose your version. If you're doing a full body, definitely you're having the ball to help lift and support. If you're on your side, you can have your arm up to the ceiling. So just choose whichever one you want to do. We're doing 10. So when you're ready, lifting up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Just come on up, give your shoulders a little roll. That's a hard exercise. You all did very well. And we're coming over onto the other side. So just roll yourselves over. Okay, running out of time. Too many things to do. Okay, so just come on down and just start with your toe taps. So just tap forward, tap behind, tap at the front of the mat, up and over. Just think as you come up and over against the band, take it back, foot to the back of the mat. Leg is straight, pelvis is steady. So just focus on that hip moving. Stabilize through the upper body and the pelvis. Keep breathing. For 4 more. Last one. Okay, bring the heels together, lift the heels off the floor and just come into your clown. So knee rise and lower, nice, slow, with control. That's it, good. Glutes should be burning a little bit. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the bottom leg and bicycle kick. Okay, so nice, slow, kind of like you're riding through mud. So really slow it down and make it strong. So lift it up, take it down, push it back. So slow motion. Lift it up as far as you can, take it to the back of the mat. Isolating that glute. Pelvis, of course, is going to move a little bit, but try to keep your lower back, your upper back stable. Keep breathing. That's it, good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay, come on up onto your forearm again. So fingers out, push the palm, push the forearm into the floor. And just extend that top leg, and we've got a little circle. So just a little circle here, lift up out of that side. So think about a right angle triangle there. Use the ball if you need it, or if you've got a towel, something if you need a bit of support. Otherwise, push the hand into the floor, nice and strong, nice and wide across your collarbone. Glutes are really burning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, give the butt a rub and then choose your position for your side plank. So legs out, long and strong, or on your knees. So either or is perfectly fine. Don't strain. So this is a strong exercise. I don't want you to cause any harm into your shoulder. So just go where you feel you can. Use, if you're out long, use the ball. So when you're ready, you're coming up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, knee option, 1. Good job. Come on up, take your band off. And just come on over onto your hands and knees. And just open the knees, feet together, just sit back into child's pose and just stretch out through the upper body. Take a nice deep breath into the back ribs, all the way down to your sit bones. And staying low, just walk your fingers over to one side. And then walk over to the other side. And then coming on back up into the middle, you're coming up onto all fours. Just set yourself up with your hands directly underneath your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and you're going to come into your cat-cow. So just in your own time with your own breath, whatever feels good, in or out, breath in, breath out, tuck the head, tuck the tailbone, lift the head, lift the tailbone. Just going through your range of movement, whatever feels good. 2 more. Okay, and then come back to all fours. We're coming straight into our Superman with a little change. So arm out, leg out. Take the arm and leg out wide, bring it back in, replace. So take it straight out, then take the leg out to the side, arm out to the side, back in and replace. So it looks like here, open, close, release. Now, if that's too much, you can stay with just straightforward arm and leg. If it's too much, just straightforward arm and leg. Okay, this is an extra layer, taking the arm and leg wide. So you don't have to do that. You can stick with just really good technique, opposite arm, opposite leg extension. Adding an extra layer of stability challenge. So just choose, okay? Long through the crown. Length, imagine that string. I'm pulling you from the crown, I'm pulling you from the tailbone. Chin's tucked in, eyes are down. Keep breathing. Slowing it really down. Really good, slow technique, okay? Stable through the body. One more on each side. Okay, good job. And let's just take it back into child's pose for one more little stretch. And then stay low and thread the needle. And swap sides. Okay, and then come back and just come down onto your tummy. We're nearly finished before we stretch. Making our way back down. Hands down just by your side. Just take your time and just come up into cobra or swan. Okay, so just pushing up through the forearms, lifting the front top body. If you've got good range and you can come all the way up, extend all the way up into swan, slowly lower it back down. So just breathing in, breathing out, just wherever feels good. You can stay in just the cobra coming up, lift the sternum, roll it back down. Okay, so slow it down. Buttock is relaxed. Try not to take the tension into the back. Okay, so push through the arms, relax the lower back, relax the buttock. Two more. Last one. And we're going to finish off with just a bit of back extension work into a breaststroke maneuver. So come on down, arms out here by your side. You're going to lift the top body, extend the arms, curl it around a bit more of a lift, and then replace. Now, if you haven't got full shoulder, just come up, extend a little bit around. So just work wherever you can with your shoulders, okay? If you've got sore shoulders, yeah, you can do just a little maneuver here. The main thing is that we're lifting the top body. If you've got full shoulder extension, take it out, sweep it around, and then drop it back down. So lift, extend, sweep, and lower. Lift, extend, sweep, and lower. Now, if you've got, again, a bit more back extension, bring in the legs. Come up, extend the arms, extend the legs, sweep, and lower. Lift, extend, sweep, and lower. Right, Maria. We're nearly there. Nearly there. Lift, extend, sweep, and lower. 2 to go. Good job. Last one. Okay. Bring the head onto the hands, bend the knees, Windscreen wipe your legs from side to side. Just release the pelvis. Relax your head heavy into the floor. Let the shoulders go. Start taking some slow, deep breaths into the tummy. Relax the legs down. Keep the head heavy and just roll your head from side to side. So the head's heavy like a bowling ball, and you're just letting it roll from side to side. And just keep your forehead on the floor. Take your arms out wide, so you're in a T-zone position. Fingertips on the floor, so you're like a praying mantis. Keep your head heavy on the floor. Push through fingertips on one side to roll your upper body to one side, and then come back, push through the other side. Small movement, just using the fingertips to push into the floor and just softly roll the rib cage from side to side. So keep it heavy. The head is heavy, the head just rolls with the rib cage. Sink into the floor, be heavy into the floor, and just let that pressure through the fingers and the extension through the elbow push that rib cage and open it up on one side. That's it, good. So it should feel kind of nice if you're heavy on the floor. Just let your head roll from side to side. Head's heavy, forehead's on the floor. One more. Okay, then roll it over onto your back. And just hug one knee into your chest. And then the other leg. Just one last little stretch. Okay, you have to finish with Happy Baby, or you can finish with any stretch that you like. So if you're in Happy Baby, lengthen the spine out on the floor and just take a little rock from side to side. And then just bring your feet down onto the floor, hands on your tummy, and just take 3 slow, deep tummy breaths. So relax the shoulders, relax the head. Slow, deep tummy breath. Let the tummy rise, let everything sink into the floor as you let go.